there's something that somebody asked me to do a long time ago. We kind of teased the whole concept of it, probably with the first or second episode, and that was what movies would be better with actors that have passed.
Oh, yeah.
And it was specifically about the John Candy and Chris Farley.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? I don't want to go down that road entirely, but I did want to ask the question, would Kevin James have a career if Chris Farley didn't die? Dude, that's another airball. Holy crap.
Probably. I mean, probably. But Kevin James is pretty legit. I think
He's a funny guy.
I don't think he'd have the same movie roles because I feel like it's Chris Farley.
Chris Farley, yeah.
I work with a guy named Curtis Farley. So it always gets right. Farley was a guy that just oh my gosh, dude, those are phenomenal movies.
So amazing.
I can't not watch Tommy Boy anytime it's on. But like
anytime.
Black Sheep. What other movies is he in? Beverly Hills Ninja.
I was just about to say Beverly Hills Ninja. Did you ever see? The one with Matthew Perry. It's the one he did right before he died. He died before it was released.
I'm sure I've seen it.
I can't believe it. I'm blanking on this movie. It's where basically they're competing with Lewis and Clark to get to the West Coast first. It's so funny and stupid.
But it's like, he was just. I think I don't think we know what really would have happened with him because he was so good, and I feel like he was a lot of improv.
Yeah, there was a lot of that.
I think he was like, he's kind of like a Jim Carrey type, right? They're like, hey, here's the script. This is the idea we want. We're going to let you run with it. Because I follow Jim Carrey's page on Instagram now, and he plays clips of, from back in the day. He was phenomenal.
Dude, he was.
Like Fire Marshal Bill in the Saturday Night. Dude, how he just goes into that character is amazing.
By the way, the movie was Almost Heroes.
Oh, no, never saw that.
Very funny. He had a lot of little bit parts in the movies, too. Like, do you ever see Dirty Work?
No.
Oh, Dirty Work is funny. It is very funny. With Norm Macdonald, Chris Farley's got a little bit part in it, dude. It's hilarious. And then, obviously, Billy Madison.
Oh,
he's the bus driver.
Oh, he is the bus driver. That's right.
That's so, right. Lots of little things like that. But yeah, dude.
So I still think he would. I think Kevin James would have because grown-ups.
I only say that because a lot of the Kevin James roles now are Adam Sandler bits. You know what I mean? And I'm only joking. I think Kevin James on his own is funny, but like his, I don't know, the attachment he has to Adam Sandler in his movies. I think that goes away if Chris Farley doesn't die because Adam Sandler was tight friends with Chris Farley.
Yeah, I think so.
But that's just
but I still think Kevin James has King of Queens. I don't think anybody replaces that. I still think he gets that role.
That's what I mean. I think he has his own career. It's not the same though.
Yeah, I think there's some movies he's probably not in.
He doesn't get it. Maybe he gets into the Adam Sandler group. Maybe he does. And maybe him and Chris Farley become like, in every movie they're always brothers.
Yeah.
Like the little brother, big brother type thing, and they're always like playing that off. Kind
of like him and David Spade were. Like,
yes.
Like that was. I mean, those movies with those two in it were great.
Oh yeah, dude.
Anytime you had those two together, it was funny.
Dude, I gotta say that's probably the thing that they tried so hard to recreate with Black Sheep. It didn't work as well.
Right.
Tommy Boy is so.
My kids will sit and watch it. I love that my kids will sit and watch that movie because it is so
to
good.
Finish.
Tommy want wingy.
Oh, dude. I bet he's one of the Yankees.
Yeah.
Dude, that movie start to finish.
Were you watching Spank Trevision?
Who's your favorite little rascal? Is it Alfalfa or Spanky?
Spank. God, such a good one.
Yeah, like I said, that movie start to finish is hilarious. And it is funnier still when you find out how much of those movies were improv.
Yeah.
Where it was just on the spot. Yeah, we have a concept of what the scene's going to be like. You guys just take it from there. We know
this is where the movie's going. We just need you to get us
there. Exactly.
Like, I wonder how much of the drunk scene where they're driving in the car and how much of that's all like the bees thing running around. Like, was that a scripted thing or were they like, hey, I got this idea, let's just run with it?
I would love to watch a making of just to see the backstories of that. But dude, that is the best way you could have described that. We're talking about a road trip movie. Hey, this is where we're going to get to. Yep. Just get us there. That's fantastic because that is exactly the way it was.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of old movies like that are so good that you can't really replace them. And then nowadays there aren't very many movies like that.
Dude, they don't make comedies anymore.
No, they go to rom-coms because they got to throw some kind of love story in everything.
I got to be honest. I'm a sucker for some rom-coms.
I don't
but
mind.
I also want to just see a comedy. Just something that's going to be funny.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to have, like, that's the thing. When everybody we've talked about Grown Ups 1 and 2 already.
Yep.
Anytime that somebody wants to, like, rail on those movies and say they're so stupid, it's like, dude, they're just here to make you laugh. That's all it is. Just, loosen up, sit down, and just watch funny stuff happen. It doesn't have to be going for an award win. Like, it's just going to be funny. Enjoy that.
Have you seen the movie Cockblockers?
That's the one with John Cena. I never did see it. No.
It's funny.
Is it good?
It's pretty good. Yeah,
it's just
funny because, like, especially as a parent, when you're like, you go from being, the kids to now your mindset changes. It's pretty funny. There's some pretty funny stuff in there. But
so we just watched Chicago absolutely annihilate the Hawks, and I wanted to talk about this quickly. First, Kobe White just destroyed the Hawks, right? I love the play-in tournament. I think it is such a cool concept. The thing that I think where it should be eliminated, though, is when you have two teams way under 500 fighting to get into the playoffs.
But who do you put in there instead?
No, this is what you do. You just say, okay, 9-10, there's no play in this game. There's no play in on this side because nobody's over 500.
Yeah.
It just because the Hawks were 10 games under 500 competing to get into the playoffs. No.
Yeah, and they showed why they shouldn't.
Exactly. You sucked all season long.
Airball.
Dude, how many airballs did we see?
A ton.
That was awful. I've never seen that many airballs in a professional game in my life.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
But it's just like, I just think it's stupid. Like, listen, the play-in is an awesome way of keeping teams interested in competing all the way to the end of the season. But in the Eastern Conference, where the 9-10 guys are playing to get that 8th seed and both teams are under 500, that's when you just say, no, play-in's canceled. You guys suck too much. Like, if you're over 500, if you're right around that, if you're 43 and 41, okay, fine. You guys can go in there. But if you're 36 and 46 like the Hawks were, that's a no.
This should be a no-no.
Yeah, I'm out on that. I think it's freaking ridiculous. Not to continue, I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to say it because we just watched it.
No, that's fine.
I didn't want to get into heavily into sports or anything. But there's along the lines of the casting. What would this guy be better if they played in this movie versus that guy? I don't really want to do that as much as I want to think, okay, what actors out there do you think should be playing specific iconic roles? I've got 2 that I came up with. And I got 3 that I came up with. 2 that me and my friends talked about. This one is Ricky Lyman. You got your shout out, Ricky. Oh, also I wanted to shout out Rex, my nephew. I told him I would again. He got so stoked when he got shout out in the last one. Shout out.
Give a shout out to Caden Roth. He's in his room today.
Yeah.
Did you see that today?
Yes, I did.
Today he's in there listening to the show. So he's he's becoming a listener. That's good. Starting him young.
Yeah, baby. I love getting that young audience. All right. Listen to
Tell your friends, Caden. Tell your friends.
Yeah, we will guide you.
Yeah.
All right. But anyway, so he came up with like the greatest suggestion, I think. So for the new Batman, we have Robert Pattinson. He's playing the Batman, right?
I can't.
Dude, he is the most Fallout Boy 2005 Batman ever.
I can't. I did not go see Batman because he's in it. And he's Twilight, bro. He'll always be Twilight.
He's a freaking vampire.
Yeah, you can't be Batman.
You are not going to convince me otherwise. Okay.
Yeah, you absolutely cannot. That's why, you know what? Because he'll always be a vampire, right? No matter what you do, that's why he made his thing. Kind of like Liam Neeson. He's only able to do Taken because in my mind, he trained Batman. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great... I didn't even think about that, but you're 100%
That's why it works
dude.
for me. Like, I can see him going crazy and just taking out everybody because, hey, he did train Batman.
Yeah, he knows.
And a legit Christian Bale Batman,
Dude, the Black Knight.
Oh,
the Dark Knight, excuse me. The Dark Knight series is so good.
Phenomenal.
I will say The Dark Knight Rises got a little bit messy.
But they
got a little bit
do something
messy
to tie it all in.
Yeah, and it just, like I said, it got maybe a little too loose. I don't know. It wasn't, but it was also impossible to follow up The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight was just perfect.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Jack Nicklaus.
Oh, Heath Ledger, 100%.
He did so good.
Any of you guys who say Jack Nicklaus, you're ridiculous. Heath Ledger defined the Joker.
He played that role so well, he committed suicide afterwards. You know what I mean? Like,
such a sad
terrible, but like he was in some kind of dark ways, and that role probably didn't help him.
No, I mean, in fact, he needed to get he died. Wasn't it like an overdose on like a sleeping pill, right?
Yeah,
because he has a hard time sleeping, and that it's attributed to that role. We'll never know, but attributed to the fact that he had to go to such dark places that he couldn't sleep.
So good.
It was impossibly perfect. It will never be done again, dude. And when they did the Jared Leto, did you see that one when he did a how was it in Suicide Squad? Yeah, the first, which also was not good. The first Suicide Squad, not good. And they had him play like I don't know, some sort of Joker part, and it was just terrible. It was so awful. I'm not a big fan of Jared Leto to begin with, so it was just gross.
I just hate that he died because I would like to see where else they went with that.
Yeah. And also that, like, he was a good actor, dude.
Dude, oh yeah.
10 Things I Hate About You.
Knight's Tale.
Knight's Tale, freaking awesome.
10 Things I Hate About You.
I love that movie.
Great movie.
Dude, me and Schley watch that movie probably 5 times a year.
Every time it's on TV.
Every time it's on TV.
I don't care. Yeah.
Dude, my favorite part is, it cracks me up every single time because it's so subtle. You'll miss it. It's when the nerdy guy's riding his bike out of the parking lot, and the girl pulls out, and he's like, oh, and he misses, and he has to, like, swerve to the left, and he goes over that hill.
And goes down the embankment.
Down the embankment. The first bounce, he goes, my balls. Next time you watch it,
I don't even think I've paid attention to that.
It's so subtle, you'll miss it. My balls. Every single time it cracks me up.
The dad plays such a good role in that. The way he
so
does. Yeah, he's
perfect.
so good at what he does.
Dude,
there. Yeah.
10 Things I Hate About You is so good. I love that movie.
And then you know what other chick flick or rom-com we watch constantly? The Proposal.
Love it.
Bro,
Love it.
And Sandra Bullock
We've talked about this, dude. I am a sucker for Sandra.
But Ryan Reynolds, they do this. It's just a great job, and I'm so jealous that he gets to like have all that moments with her. Like, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. I asked you if you saw The Lost City with Channing Tatum in her.
Yeah.
Same thing, dude. Same thing. Channing. I've not been really jealous of many things.
You know why Channing Tatum I think is better than Ryan Reynolds? Because you know he can dance.
Yeah, but I also have a real strong belief that Ryan Reynolds could kill him.
Oh, yeah, because he's Deadpool.
That's what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, in a dance-off, yes. In a duel, okay.
But wasn't Channing Tatum legitimately a male dancer?
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
Like stripper?
I'm sure, because that's why he did Magic Mike. But he was in that movie Step Up.
Yeah.
That's where it started. I think that's kind of what started his career with his... I think they're divorced now, but that was... They
Jenna Dewan or something.
He ended up marrying
her.
Yeah,
they are divorced.
Yeah.
Divorced now. I mean, actually, I remember Slade told me that when we first got married. So...
Good movies.
Good movies. Going back to the Batman, though.
Oh, yeah.
My buddy Ricky, he said this guy should be Batman. And you might have a hard time with it because of his previous roles. But if you watched him in anything after this, he was a Disney Channel character. Zac Efron. He would be...
I don't know.
Dude, he would be the absolute perfect Bruce Wayne. Perfect. And I say this because, one, you know he can get jacked. He can get huge. He can get super
yeah,
strong.
he does phenomenal in Baywatch.
Yeah. Yeah. So in anything, like I said, anything post, and I say Disney Channel, was it High School Musical? That's what it made him, right? High School Musical. Anything post that, you can see the guy just gets absolutely ripped, shredded. You know he can do that.
Any other movies he's there's a movie he plays with a chick flick one where he turns into Matthew Perry.
Yes, I love 17 again.
Yeah, 17 again.
I love 17 again. That was the first movie I saw where I'm like, maybe Zac Efron doesn't suck. This is hilarious. I love that movie. Anyways, you know he can get jacked up. You know he can, swoon the ladies, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the Bruce Wayne part, he's totally got. He can be a good-looking guy, strong. You know that he can, get down with the ladies. Girls are going to, really swoon. They're going to flock to him.
Oh, yeah.
And then as far as the Batman part goes, I have a strong belief that guy could throw some punches.
Okay, I'm not going to object. I would be open to the idea to see it. I would go watch it if he was there. Matthew Patterson, whatever his name is.
Robert Pattinson.
Not even happening, bro.
No.
Like, I won't even waste my time. In fact, I didn't even waste my time on the Ben Affleck one. Because I'm like, bro, and I'm sure it was good.
No. It wasn't. It wasn't good. No, there's a reason why Ben Affleck didn't get called back. And it wasn't because of Ben Affleck. It was because the whole world built by Zack Snyder, the producer, director, it just wasn't good. Yeah. It wasn't good.
And Ben Affleck,
but I liked it.
For me, it's hard when he's Daredevil. Like, you can't, I know why.
That Daredevil movie, though, was freaking terrible.
Oh, it's phenomenal. Bro, I love that movie. It's such a cheesy, it's such a cheesy phenomenal.
Doesn't mean I didn't like it.
Yeah, there you go.
Does not mean I didn't like it.
It's a terrible movie.
It's terrible, though.
And Jennifer Gardner, by the way.
Elektra.
You know that I just found out that she may currently live in Prescott?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is she doing? She's doing that farm thing, right?
I don't know what she's doing, but apparently there's like this, community in Prescott that, I know how to get there, but I couldn't tell you what road. But where they like a group of celebrities live out there, and they have like 6,000 square foot custom homes built with wraparound, and there's like a gated community to get in, security, and all kinds of stuff. Apparently, but it's funny you bring her up because
I believe it.
Yeah. Well, and I guess Cher's mom used to live out there. The singer Cher, Her mom used to live out there.
It's a beautiful place, man.
Dude, I had a great time.
That area it's a really pretty part of the country. And nobody knows. I mean, everybody knows Sedona. You don't know Prescott, even though Prescott is not Prescott, by the way, guys. It's Prescott. Yep. Even though phonetically that doesn't make any sense at all. No. The way it is written is definitely Prescott. That's why everybody here in Arizona has a hard time with Dak, because he will ever be Dak Prescott, not Dak Prescott.
That's true.
But it's just south of Sedona.
Yeah.
Or just west of. Just outside of Sedona, we'll say that. So it's beautiful. Nobody really knows about it. They know of Sedona for the Red Rocks, but yeah, Prescott's
It's beautiful. Far enough out of the valley where you get the Four Seasons, but it's close enough to the valley where you can get here in an hour. And
you can still get to what you need to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, though. Having said that, I think Zac Efron would be a very good Batman.
I'm not going to disagree with you. I think it would just because he does pull off the billionaire philanthropist playboy thing. Right?
Absolutely.
So, and then he's jacked.
Yep.
You know,
did you see that movie Iron Claw that he just came out in?
No.
The story about like a bunch of professional wrestling family?
No.
Apparently it was really good. I never saw it. But I heard from many people that saw the movie and also a lot of critics that it was a very good movie. Depressing, but very good.
Never saw it.
So, and then that one he plays a wrestler.
So is there talk about him playing Batman?
No,
or is this just you guys just talking?
Yeah, we're just talking.
Are they bringing on another Batman?
I mean, there's always going to be another Batman. There's always going to be another Batman. Who
is the best Batman? Going all the way back to
Christian Bale. And I don't know if he's actually the best Batman. If I really had to think about it, I'd probably say, nah, this guy was probably
Michael
a better
Keaton,
Batman.
George Clooney.
People say Michael Keaton. I didn't see it. I just rewatched the two Michael Keaton movies recently, and I just don't see it. Man, you and I we are struggling tonight.
Listen, if you hear these coughs coming in and out, we're sorry, but I don't know if it's allergies or what, but I don't know what it is, but I just have a cough.
I know it's an allergy cough to me. I know it for sure. That's what
I've never had allergies in my entire life, and it feels like as I've gotten older, every year it gets a little worse.
It is, yeah.
And now I'm like, because I wake up a little clogged up, spitting up crap, and then I'm fine. I mean, I don't feel sick. I'm good, and then you just start to it's just an itch. And you're like,
exactly, it's just an itch. I get this itch, and I got a cough. So I'm gonna do my best to try and edit these out. I'm not gonna get all
people
of them.
People gotta understand.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But Michael Keaton, I don't think so. Some people's gonna push back on me. I don't think so. I also felt that way. I liked Val Kilmer, but that's probably because Batman Forever was the movie I saw at that age, and it was so awesome to me. I mean, dude,
with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze.
No. That's Batman Forever. This one was with Jim Carrey.
Oh, the Riddler.
Yeah, and Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, yeah,
as Two-Face. And I want to say it was Nicole Kidman.
It was. It absolutely was.
So Val and then Chris O'Donnell came in as Robin. Right?
No, that was Batman Forever.
No, he was in Batman Forever as well.
He doesn't come in the one
he's in Batman Forever for sure.
No, he's in Batman Forever, which is the one that with the Val Kilmer.
Batman and Robin. No. Batman Forever is Val Kilmer.
Yes.
Chris O'Donnell's in it. He is introduced in that one. And then Batman and Robin is George Clooney with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Uma Thurman.
Yeah, yes. Where she plays Poison Ivy.
Widely considered to be the worst Batman movie of all time. That's the one where they put the nipples on the back.
Still liked it. I still watch it. I don't know what it is. It's just because it's cheesy. Like I don't look at that one like a Batman movie.
Yes.
That's why I think The Dark Knight was so good. Was because it was modern.
Yeah.
It wasn't fantasy so much. It was all kinds of things that.
And dude,
you wonder.
It was from the start when that bank heist scene.
Oh,
they had you from the start, from the jump. You're in, dude. That was a great bank heist scene.
That's the second one too.
That's the second one. I mean, I liked Batman Begins. I love that movie.
I loved how they did the storyline of the whole thing, how they build him up, how he finds his stuff, how he just stumbles upon the science department or whatever it is.
Yeah, the R&D.
Yeah, R&D. Yeah, you're like, But the thing was, it was believable.
It was. It did. It made you think, okay, this could happen.
Yeah, you're like,
it's not so far fetched. Like this could happen.
Yeah,
right.
And I love how they showed how he got trained, how he becomes. Because a lot, like my issue with like Spider-Man is he gets bit by a spider, now he can fight.
Yeah,
I'm like, I ain't never seen a spider fight. Like, come on. Like, I mean,
I'm sure they do.
I'm sure they do, but like there's like really no training there, right? Whereas they show you how Batman becomes Batman, how he learns to live in the dark, how he learns to use the dark, because he's scared. Blah 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 blah. So I think it worked. That's why it was believable. There's a whole storyline to it.
And the fact that they did Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. So you had some like lead into it. Okay, we got a little bit of a taste of it from Batman Begins. While it was an origin story, it didn't feel like only origins. Like you actually got a little bit more to it. And I know, like I said, that's probably why I am so biased, and I think that Christian Bale was the best Batman because he was a part of the best Batman movies.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I say, Dark Knight is from the jump amazing, so good from start to finish. That is so. I mean, we were talking about Heath Ledger as the Joker, best. Well, I think he's the best villain of any movie I've ever seen.
And the way they bring like Harvey Dent in as Two-Face, the way it goes down and how it becomes, it's all so well thought out. Yeah, it was so good.
How many times since that movie have you heard "live long enough to see yourself become the villain"?
Yeah,
as a
you
phrase.
either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
From that movie, dude. Yep. It's so good. Like I said, that I don't know if somebody could probably come in and argue why Christian Bale's not the best quote unquote Bruce Wayne Batman, but I'm like, dude, I'm telling you right now. He's part of the best movies.
Yeah, I don't think you can argue with it. Like,
no.
I mean, I get the beginning of it all with Michael Keaton, and I get it. But when you look at everything,
yeah,
that Batman Begins, like that trilogy was all. And the third one wasn't great, but I love the Bane character a lot.
Yeah, I do too. I remember people talking. I also really like Tom Hardy as an actor. I think he's a really good actor. Bane.
Oh, yeah. He is Bane. Yeah,
I really like that guy, and I've seen him in a lot of things. And I went kind of like down the wormhole with him, where it's like if he was in a movie, I looked it up and watched it, and he does some pretty interesting.
He's in Venom.
Yeah,
right?
He's
Venom?
He's Carnage.
Yeah.
No, Venom.
Or
He is Venom, and it's goofy, it's freaking weird, but it's fun. You know, it doesn't need to be special. Yeah. Like anyway, so I think Zac Efron. I
would agree.
Let's get him. Let's give him a
Give
Batman
him a shot.
Movie. Yeah, you gave the vampire a shot.
I still can't believe that.
You gave Glitter Skin a shot. Come on,
Glitter Skin.
I think that's what he is. I've never seen any of those movies, so I've
only seen parts of them. Cause
me too.
Because
you have daughters.
Yeah, and they're watching it, and you're like, "What are we watching?"
Same thing. Mike.
How does he turn into a werewolf?
You know, that's the one thing about Chalet. I love her to death, but dude, she loves herself some teen drama shows, and that's what Twilight is, man. She wasn't like a Twilight fan, but you better believe she watched those movies.
Oh yeah.
Next one. Do you know who Henry Cavill is?
Yeah, the Superman.
Yep. You know who he should absolutely be? James Bond. He's British. Did you know that?
No.
He is British.
Because they can't make what's his face anymore.
No, Daniel Craig's done.
Yeah, he's out.
He's done. Absolutely should be Henry Cavill. So I bring that up because
I'm not going to disagree with you.
So one,
I like it,
dude. He is so freaking handsome. Right?
Oh yeah, he's a beautiful man.
Beautiful man. So freaking handsome. We saw him in Superman. You know how jacked up that guy can get, right? And James Bond isn't specifically a jacked up fighter, right? But he can fight, right? But he needs to be handsome. He needs to be suave. He needs to be able to talk. He needs to look good in a suit. Yeah. He's got to be able to get any woman he wants at any moment. Henry Cavill's the guy. Yeah, totally believable. That guy could walk into this house right now and walk out with my wife, and I'd be like, he wins.
You got to be able to get Jennifer Gardner.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig gets her.
Yeah.
Remember?
Jennifer Gardner? In what?
Oh no, I'm thinking of a different movie.
With Daniel Craig and Jennifer Gardner?
It's not. It's Catch Me If You Can, because Leonardo DiCaprio plays a James, like he wants to dress like him during that part. Yeah. So it's not that movie.
Dude, Catch Me If You Can. That's a movie I saw one time and I really liked it. I need to go back and watch that.
I watch it all the time, and my family hates it. And I'm
Your whole family hates it?
Well, my kids and my they're like, what? We don't like it. I'm like, I love it. It is so good. Like, so believable that at that time you could do that because there was nothing.
Because there's nothing checking you.
And he's a 15-year-old boy that just manipulates. Dude, I think it's phenomenal. The whole show's great.
Like I said, it was one movie I saw it one time, and I really liked it. I'm like, I got to go back and watch that movie.
I own it on DVD if you'd like to watch it.
I might.
I'm just saying. I love it.
Yeah, I love it. We talked about owning it on DVD. You know I'm a sucker for that, dude. I got boxes of DVDs, dude. Okay, so I think he should be. He absolutely should be.
That'd be kind of cool, actually. I think he could pull it off because there's nobody else. Or I could see Zac Efron playing that part.
Problem is Zac Efron's not British.
Oh, that's true.
They have it like there is a rule. You have to be British.
What about Thor?
He's Australian.
Oh, but he talks like them. They all sound the same.
It's fun. Actually, you know what? No, you're right, because there was an Australian James Bond. He's the only guy that did one James Bond movie and didn't want to do anymore. I watched a documentary on the guy. God dang, what's his name? Shoot. He did one movie, and it was a James Bond movie, and he decided he didn't want to act anymore. He was done.
I have no idea.
Yeah. God dang it. It's gonna kill me. It's gonna pop up into my head tonight. I'm gonna look it up right now. I mean, I'm not gonna look at it right now, but I will edit this. I'm gonna insert it right there.
I don't know who it could be, but
George Lazenby. That's what it is.
I didn't know who that is.
It hit me right. George Lazenby, he did one James Bond movie. And by the way, this is not an edit. It just hit me out of the blue. I didn't edit it and bring it in.
I'm sitting right here still.
Exactly. So he did one movie, decided he wanted to do anymore, but he was Australian. So maybe Chris Hemsworth.
Because I think if he didn't have facial hair, you clean him all up and he's jacked. I mean, he was Thor.
Absolutely.
And I think he's a lady killer, 100%.
Yes.
I don't like that's a hall pass for my wife, I'm sure. Have at it. I'm like, go for it. You deserve it. Have at it.
I say that's the way I feel about Henry Cavill. I'm just like, that he's so freaking handsome. He's got the right height. He's like probably 6'1", 6'2". So he's not like overpoweringly large, but also at the same time, not a little guy. Like Daniel Craig's not a big guy, but camera tricks. I think he's a much better looking guy than Daniel Craig. He definitely fits more of the Pierce Brosnan James Bond to me.
Yes.
Where just a very handsome, suave guy can walk into a casino and pick out the hottest girl and walk away with her. Like, that to me who James Bond is.
Some guys have all the luck.
I know, right? But I think and the whole reason why I bring that up is apparently somebody did a fake movie trailer.
Oh, those are everywhere.
I know, dude.
Some of them are so believable.
It got 2 million views in a day. Yeah. And the reason why, let me tell you why. It's because I had Henry Cavill as James Bond, which makes complete sense, and Margot Robbie as the Bond girl. Yeah, of course everyone's going to look it up and say this is the next movie I'm definitely going to go see.
I don't know what there was one that was so believable that everybody was like, you got, and then it wasn't, but it was one of those fake. It had to do with an Iron Man thing or an Avenger thing, maybe.
Dude,
I can't remember.
There's one that I'm going to send you. It looks like it would be the coolest possible movie ever to be made. And it's a futuristic Power Rangers.
Oh.
I'm going to send it to you, dude, because my buddy sent it to me. This was years ago, dude, years ago. And it was so freaking awesome. I was like, dude, if this could be a real thing, if this would be something that I, as a young child, could watch, not as a young child, but like as an adult, watch an adult version of Power Rangers, it would like just be dreams coming true, baby.
Dude, did you ever see the one that they remade just recently, the most recent one?
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't terrible. I mean, the whole it becoming part of them thing took a little too long, I thought. Yeah. But overall, it was okay.
Dude, I totally agree. It was the one with
Walter White.
Was Walter White in it? Oh, was he?
He was Zordon. Walter White was Zordon.
I was, because the only thing that I was thinking about is I cannot remember her name. She's a blonde lady. She's in everything. She's in Pitch Perfect. She's one of the judges in Pitch Perfect. Have you seen Pitch Perfect?
I've seen one time.
Okay. Anyway, she's in everything. You'll have seen her for sure. And anyway, so she is Rita. And anyway, I liked it. It wasn't amazing. I can see why they didn't do a second one, but I liked it.
Yeah.
So
and it didn't hit really well at all.
No, it didn't. I think it was one of those things where, like, if you're gonna do Power Rangers for the kids that watched Power Rangers in the early '90s, you got to do like the one I'm gonna send you. It's like a 10-minute YouTube clip, dude. It is so good.
Did you did you see the new Ninja Turtle movie they're advertising? Again, I don't know if this is fake or real.
Was the Seth Rogen one?
It's the one with Raphael, like on the dark side of Raphael.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a CGI again, but it's like it follows the out of the shadows and the other one, but it's the dark side of Raphael.
Oh.
And I'm like, if this is real, I'm in.
Yeah, I'd go down that road.
I was in for Halloween a few times.
Oh, for real? I was always Zorro.
My lady who like my babysitter made me a whole costume when I was a kid.
That's
I lived out here in Queen Creek, actually.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
The big old head of it. Oh yeah, big stuffed animal. I look like a big old stuffed animal turtle walking around.
That's
you know
so
what?
cool.
I felt like Raphael.
So my last one that I had is, and this is also an internet rumor, that when they do when they bring in the X-Men get their new series. Okay, one, I don't want anybody to think that I don't believe Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. Yeah. I want it to be said loud and clear. But Hugh Jackman is also getting older. Can't play this role anymore.
I'm curious who you're going to say right now.
Okay. In the comic books and also in the animated series, do you remember Wolverine being large?
Like tall, large, or jacked?
Like tall.
I don't remember. I just remember he was jacked.
Yes, but he was not tall. Yeah. He was little. He was a short little guy, like a Wolverine, right? Hugh Jackman is not a short man. Hugh Jackman's a pretty large guy, right? And again, he is Wolverine. He's been an amazing Wolverine for 20 plus years. Okay. And I'm sure in the new Deadpool movie, when he comes back again, he's going to be amazing again because he has been from the whole
and they're
time.
bringing back the bright yellow outfit for this one too. Yeah.
Yep. So again, he's been so great. I don't want it to sound like I'm saying anything otherwise, but Daniel Radcliffe, aka Harry Potter, would be good.
Oh, I don't know, dude. He will forever be like the vampire. I don't think I could do it.
Okay. Here's the reason why I'm saying it. One, Daniel Radcliffe is a little guy. He's like 5'4".
Could he get
most.
jacked enough?
Okay, I think he could because he's also at that age where you start to be able to bulk, right? He's
human growth hormone.
yeah, that's true. But I mean, when you think about it, like, okay, when you look at actors and just think about guys when they're actually able to start putting on bulk, like muscle bulk, not just getting fat, it's right around their 30s. Up until that point, you're just a little too lean for whatever reason.
I don't know.
Old man strength's a real thing.
This one's a stretch.
Okay, he's a short, little, hairy guy. He's very hairy, right? He can do the full beard. He's got a lot of chest hair. And the other thing about Daniel Radcliffe is since Harry Potter, he has done some weird roles. Really weird roles.
I'm saying, dude, I don't think he would be. I just don't think you'd ever. I don't know.
See, that's why I think he might work out because he could act it, man.
He could make it like it would be. Okay, so here's what will happen with him, in my opinion. Phenomenal.
Or
terrible.
Just the worst.
There's no like, hey, you know what? He did okay. He was okay. I think he could be tuned. He's either gonna do like, holy crap, he pulled off Wolverine, or be like, I told you he'd be terrible too. Like,
I'm open to suggestions. I just think when I heard that internet rumor, I really thought, I'm like, dude, that makes a lot of sense to me.
I don't know who else you'd use for. I don't even know who you'd use. I don't know enough.
There's not a lot of actors out there you're thinking of.
Yeah, and
this is a hard exercise. It's a hard one to be put on the spot because these are ones that I was thinking about throughout the day, and I only came up with 3.
Yeah,
and they weren't even my original ones.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a stretch. I could see the other 2, I think, coming to fruition, but I don't know that because the problem is how do you picture Harry Potter?
Yeah,
being all okay, sideburns, whatever, right, or the chops and stuff, but then like having metal come out of his body and just kicking butt without a broom on and chasing
no wands,
chasing one of those like the what do they call it? No, the little silver thing the little ball.
Oh, the golden snitch.
Yeah, the golden snitch, whatever. Yeah,
I'm a nerd.
I forgot. I knew it was. I was gonna say snitch, but I didn't think that sounded right. But it's golden snitch. But yeah, I don't know how he could ever be more than that.
See, I think if you take the glasses off of him and give him a different haircut, you can see him in a different role.
He would have to get extremely jacked, bro.
Totally true. But I also look at it and say, I think this is exactly the kind of thing he needs to do because, dude, he needs to get a different franchise because if he doesn't, all he's ever going to be is Harry Potter, right?
And he's a billionaire for life. Like, I'm okay with that.
Not really.
You think he's lost all of his money already?
No, I don't think he's lost all his money. I just don't think that when you're a child actor that you get good contracts.
Because your parents take it?
Well, yeah, and I also think it's because studios know that they can get cheap labor. And what kid doesn't want to be Harry Potter?
And they were from England or whatever, so it's a little different. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I'm sure he's not hurting. I'm sure he's going to be all right. But I also think for him as a professional actor, he wants to be known for more than just one thing, right? Because the thing that I also say is awesome about Harrison Ford is he's known for 3 roles, right? He is Indiana Jones.
Okay.
He is Han Solo.
Okay.
And he is Jack Ryan.
Oh, Jack Ryan.
Did you ever see Hunt for the Red October, which is not with Harrison Ford?
No, but I know the movie.
Okay, so the Jack Ryan series is Hunt for the Red October. It is Clear and Present Danger. It is oh my gosh, what's this other one? It's government espionage stuff. It's amazing. You would love it.
I totally didn't think of any of those 3 things when you said Harrison Ford.
Oh, what were the things? Okay, what were your 3?
Air Force One.
Air Force One. This right around the same time as the Jack Ryan series. Fantastic.
Okay, what's the one? Oh, Fugitive.
The Fugitive. Oh my gosh.
Those are the 2 movies that I think of when you say Harrison Ford. Because again, haven't seen Indiana Jones. I don't care for Star Wars. Haven't really seen that either. But I know that he plays those roles when you say it. But those 2 other movies, that's what I think of. It's kind of like Wesley Snipes, right? You think of Blade. And you think of the U.S. Marshals, and that's with Tommy Lee Jones and those guys. Right? Another
U.S. Marshals was a follow-up to The Fugitive.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
I actually don't think. I think of Blade, and I think of Demolition Man. That's what I think of with Wesley Snipes.
Demolition Man, so good,
dude. Yeah, 100%. That's one of what I think of right there. I'm gonna have to. I gotta find out. I can't remember what the other Jack Ryan series he's in. But they're two. Dude, they're so good. Like I say, it's government espionage stuff. One, I want to say it's Patriot Games. That's what it's called. Patriot Games. One is where he's fighting where he's being attacked or targeted by the IRA, NRA.
National Rifle Association.
No, no. It's what is the one where the Northern Ireland. It was back when Northern Ireland and Ireland were having like their civil war.
Yeah, and they reference it in the Sons of Anarchy series.
Yes.
I know what you're talking about.
So I can't remember what the name of the organization was, but it was basically like a terrorist organization, but not terrorist organization. And they were
IRA.
Yep. Yeah, it had been IRA, but I just can't remember what that stood for. But it doesn't matter. That they were targeting him because he foiled one of their terrorist attacks they're doing in England. Anyway, and his family becomes hunted by them. It's so good. And the other one is when he's being targeted by a Colombian drug cartel. Dude, it's good stuff. It's really good.
Yeah,
I'm a fan, as you can tell.
Yeah, I'm sure they sound really good. Yeah. I think I've heard of Patriot Games before.
Yeah, Patriot Games. That's the one with the IRA.
Yeah, I've
the
heard of it. I don't know if I've seen it, but I've heard of it.
Dude, I'm a big fan.
You make me want to go watch The Fugitive right now.
Did you ever see? Oh, dude, I could watch The Fugitive tonight.
Good.
Did you ever? Speaking of which, I'm definitely not going to be putting this up tonight because
that's fine.
I'm going to go to probably watch The Fugitive or put one of those movies on tonight.
That's fine.
Have you watched Band of Brothers yet? Have you gotten through a first episode?
No. You know what's funny is Bowen texts me about the same thing. He's like, bro, I can't get into it either. And I'm like, I'm trying. I'm like, and again, dude, it's not that I've watched anything else. So you can't, it's not, I just haven't watched anything.
I'll tell you right now. I told Shalay, I was like, I'm going to ask Jason if he's watched it. She's like, he hasn't. I know he hasn't.
Dude, here's the reason. It's not the show. It's literally, when I come home from work, I take about a 30-minute nap every day because I need to, I get up at 4:30. I just need a little bit to get through. Then I'm going to the gym. And by the time we get home, it's 7:30 from the gym. Got to eat.
And then bedtime.
And then it's like, I sit there, you decompress, but I'm like, dude, I don't watch anything. And I go to bed.
Do you still do the treadmill?
Oh, yeah.
Treadmill show, man.
We've been doing it in the freaking theater. At
Eagles
Eagles has a theater.
Holy crap.
So you can do it while watching a movie.
Like what movie?
It's every day is different.
Oh, wow.
So like today was Too Fast, Too Furious. And 25 minutes flies by because you're like, oh, dude, I can watch this. You know, or they'll play Star Wars, or they did Rush Hour 2.
Oh, I love Rush Hour, dude.
So like they always have a movie going on, so it's hard. And today I forgot headphones, so that really sucked. So I had to watch the movie, which was fine. But
yeah, dude, I'm telling you, like I said, if you get through the first episode's a lot of exposition, a lot of like explaining, introducing you to different characters. Dude, once they get into Europe, oh, it's so good. So one, I knew you wouldn't, but I'm going to keep reminding you because I want to make sure it happens.
No, I get it.
I wanted to also give you your metaphorical flowers because Raising Cane's with the Texas toast as a sandwich. You're right.
I told you.
You are right, dude.
That's one way to eat it.
Okay, I went there to get it for the kids the other day, and I was getting ready to throw the bread away. I'm like, no, Jason says I'm going to do this. Dude, you're right.
Game changer.
It totally changed it for me to the point where I'm like, this is a problem because now I want it. I liked it before when I didn't like it because I didn't want it all the time. Now I want it. Okay. Let's see. Did you ever see the movie Ready Player One?
No, we talked about this though. It was a book.
It's a book, yeah.
And then we talked about the movie or like the old one. No, I never saw it.
Okay. Do you do audiobooks?
Dude, I listen to our podcast and I listen to Joe Rogan show is what I've been sucking my life with when I drive.
I'm definitely not going to tell you have to because I remember when the book came out, I listened to it and it was like, yeah, it's okay. It's fun, but it's not like amazing. It's not life changing.
Yeah, and we talked about this. Yeah.
Then the movie came out and I was upset with the movie
because you were disappointed. It wasn't
super
good,
disappointed.
Right?
Not that the movie wasn't good. It's that if I hadn't read the book or listened to the book, then I probably would have been like, oh, it's a fun movie. Dude, it missed a massive theme in the book. Missed a massive theme. And the massive theme in the book is this world, this futuristic world where everyone does everything in virtual reality is depressing as crap. No one is happy. Everyone.
And they didn't point that out in the movie.
No. It was like, I mean, you just imagine it's constantly raining. Like there's no such thing as sunshine.
Washington, December. I was there 4 days, bro. Depressing enough.
For real. This is actually my Salt Lake City hockey team's Salt Lake Inversion.
Inversion.
Yeah, it's a weird thing they have to deal with the air when the air quality just absolutely drops. It's a whole scientific thing. I'm not going to get into it. People lived up there. They hate it. But you know what? Screw
Zach,
you guys.
You know what this is?
Yeah. He'll call in. Maybe we'll call him in and have him explain it to us one time. But yeah, you guys took our hockey team, so screw you. You're Salt Lake Inversion. What was it? But like the thing is with Ready Player One, the book does a great job of explaining why the big the big corporations were controlling everyone, and depression was an all-time high, but you were able to mask it by going into this virtual world and just completely escape reality. And I feel like the movie didn't do a good enough job at all of explaining how dystopian that is, how depressing it is.
If it's that big of a deal in the book, you wonder why they didn't.
I think it's because...
Would it be hard to portray?
No, I think it's because, one, our man, he's a very good director. This is not to say that he's not. Steven Spielberg typically doesn't do heavy. He did Schindler's List, which is about as heavy as it gets.
Yeah.
But a lot of his movies aren't heavy, right? They generally have happy endings. They typically come out on top type stuff, right? And the book Ready Player One kind of ends up that way, but the path there is terrible. And the whole reason why I'm bringing that up is because, dude, video games are getting way too awesome. They're getting way too awesome. Graphics are getting out of control good, okay? How far away are we from where that is just where people live? We talk about now kids live in front of screens.
Dude, I can't even imagine. But, dude, it's coming because that's what virtual reality started taking over the Apple thing. We've talked about this. Like, it's coming.
Dude, it's terrifying to me. It really is scary.
I'm hoping I'm not around for it. Or if I am, like, in my late, 70s or something. And
or you can just die in it.
I'm like, I don't even care. Yeah, yeah. Dude. And then the possibilities are endless, bro. You put headphones on and you cover your eyes. Dude, the world is your playground. Reminds me of that scene in Minority Report.
Yeah.
When they're in that area and they're going through all the different things. But I don't know.
Minority Report is another cool movie.
Heck yeah.
Also Steven Spielberg.
Good movie.
Also could have been a little bit darker. Could have been. But it still wasn't. But anyway, I just was saying that because my buddy sent me this video and he and I were having this discussion today. We were just talking about how crazy the future is. The not so distant future is when it comes to virtual reality.
We are knocking on that door.
It's scary to me because it is one of those things where it would be very easy to just drop in, screen on, headphones, and forget about the outside world.
Zone out.
Just completely zone out.
And Uber Eats right to your door.
Yeah. And in fact, in Ready Player One, nobody's a delivery man. It's all done by drone in the book.
Which is coming.
Yeah, it's coming. Dude, we're already delivering crap by drones. I don't know. That's just a future I don't want to be a part of. And I say that because I love video games. I think they're cool. I love how realistic they can be. But I also worry that we are going to get to the point where we become even less socialized with each other.
It's going to happen. Well, we're already pushing that.
Yeah.
Out of control.
Well, do you have anything else you want to say, man? Any other grievances you may want to air?
No. I feel like every day I figure out another one, though.
I know. There's always something to be pissed about.
There is. It's just like people are just... If people would just act like normal with people and think about their actions sometimes, or what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because, it could go from driving, it could go to just being a good person or dropping weights at the gym. Like, I'm like, dude, just don't be dumb.
Just be considerate.
Just be considerate.
Realize you're
like,
not the only person
that
in the
isn't
world.
your playground. That is the playground, you know? Like, it just makes me angry.
So there's a lot of Gen Z phrases that I freaking hate. Like, I just think they're so dumb. We've talked about a few of them. Riz, right? No cap. We've talked about crap like that.
You got drip today, Eric, with that hat on. Let me tell you.
I do. For real. I do. For real. Things like that, they just drive me nuts. But one phrase that I've heard that I love, because I feel like it really does, it explains a lot of people's behavior, is when you say, man, that person's got a lot of main character energy. Right?
I haven't heard that.
You never heard that one?
No.
Where it's basically saying they think they are the only ones that matter.
Yeah.
They are the only ones in this story.
They're not NPCs.
Everybody else is an NPC. Exactly. And that one, I feel like I'm like, you know what? Good on you, Gen Z, because that does a great job to me of explaining just how oblivious people can be to their surroundings and other people in the world.
I've never heard it, but I like it.
I think it's a fantastic phrase. Yeah. So good on you guys. That's the one that I like.
Main character energy?
Big main character energy. Or like, that's the main character over there. Something like that where like, nobody else around them matters. Everybody else's lives don't matter. Do you ever see, what is that movie with Ryan Reynolds? Where he is an NPC and he becomes
Pixels?
conscious? No,
Or,
that's the
hang
Adam
on,
Sandler movie.
Oh my gosh, I can see him. He's in the movie.
Oh gosh, I was just something guy. It's
nice
not-
guy. Or I'm like, hang on, dude.
God, this is
Free Guy.
Free Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that?
No,
I liked it. I liked it. It was fun, man. That was a fun movie for sure. But yeah, where he is an NPC who suddenly gains consciousness and realizes, hey, I don't have to do the same thing every single day, right? But yeah, all you guys out there with that main character energy where you're completely oblivious to your surroundings or that anybody else around you may wander into your bubble, don't be a jerk.
We should have a free pass to throat punch you.
Dude, I am dying to use. I really wish that I had used this with Carl. I've been dying to use this soundbite specifically.
That's a strong stance to take.
Because I swear, there was certain times with Carl where I was like, dude, that was when he picked the Buccaneers. I was like, dang, dude. And then
He went with the
Suns,
Suns, which I understood when he explains it from his perspective, the heartbreak. I also could buy the Suns logo. Like, I get it.
I totally disagree with you. On
I
that
know,
one.
I know, but it's just I get it. But it's more for me. I think it just you relate a little bit with the heartache.
Yeah, no, I get that. I say I'm never going to fight with somebody
Because
who's
I
a fan
almost
of
said
me.
the Cowboys. Like, I wouldn't.
By the way,
I wouldn't go down that route.
so I bolstered my pick of the Lakers because I had somebody on Instagram specifically call me out and say that was the worst sports take of all time. When I got to tell you, Bobo, who doesn't listen to this, right? You are wrong. It's a terrible name. I am not saying the team itself is not incredibly successful. It is one of the most successful businesses and sports franchises of all time. No one's disputing that. But the name freaking sucks.
Yeah,
and
there's no lake.
makes no sense. No sense. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of hit myself back a little bit. One thing I did not think about, even though I can kind of argue back and forth on this one, when it came to the Dallas Stars, I completely forgot that Texas is the Lone Star State.
Oh,
But it would have been way better if they were the Star, Dallas Star, okay? Or something like that. Not Stars, because Lone Star means you are one.
not the Lone Stars State.
Yeah,
the
that
Lone
was-
Stars.
Yeah, we are the
State.
Lone Stars. Now that doesn't make any sense because then you're a group. You're not lone. But anyway, I kind of feel like man, maybe that had something to do with it. I
Maybe.
still think it's pretty little brother of Dallas to be able to, even the Stars, to name themselves off a star on the side of a helmet.
Yeah,
Because I was starting to
such
think,
a wonderful helmet.
you know what? Like I said, I hate to say it, but the Cowboys, that's one of those things. Their look is their look. They
Never
don't
change.
mess with it. It's classic.
White, blue, and white, dark blue, or whatever it is.
In silver.
Yep, in
A little bit of silver in there. Like it's just classic. You don't have to mess with it. Everybody recognizes it. It's a worldwide brand. When you get teams that are constantly changing the colors, like the Buccaneers, right? Carl had that point.
Creamsicles.
The creamsicles to the red and silver and to the whatever else they've done. When you're constantly changing it, like how do you build a brand, build a following of people like knowing this is what you are?
I do wish the Eagles would go back to their bright Eagles colors, not
Like the
their dark.
yellow.
Yeah,
That-
like whatever it
they're
was.
not
Like in
yellow, the
70s,
green,
yeah,
the
like
green, yeah.
green, not that dark,
Not the
green,
forest
Even
green.
though I hate the Eagles, but I would pick that color over that.
I'm with you, dude. I'm with you totally on that
it just
one.
looks cooler.
Yeah, I just think it's also like I don't like drab. Like I don't. If you're gonna be drab, be the Ravens, black and purple.
Yeah,
That like the color of bruising.
Yeah.
You know when you're gonna play
Oh.
the Ravens, you're gonna get bruised, right?
yeah. Ray Lewis set that tone a long time ago.
Absolutely. So I feel like that's what you should do if you're gonna do that. But if you're gonna be just like forest green, and that's kind of like depressing color. You know what I mean?
Well, and I like that. Like the wings on the helmet's cool, but the old eagle on the helmet. If I was going to be an Eagles fan, which would be 2 days
It's
from
never
never.
gonna happen.
Yeah,
That's a fantastic phrase I've never heard before.
yeah. But I would just want that to be their thing. But that's just me.
It is funny how I think about 5 minutes ago I said, "You got anything else?" We're like, "Both, no, anything else." And then 5 minutes later, here we go. So, well, any closing arguments, closing statements?
I don't need to. Carl lost, so I'm good. Like, I ain't even worried.
We didn't even say when we were going to close the voting. On
We
this, by the way.
didn't, but the voting closed. I mean, because the story's only
poll.
24 hours,
Yeah.
but it ain't gonna matter. Carl's the only vote he has. Is for him.
He didn't even vote for himself.
I
You
think
guys
that's- I
came
think
in
that
late
is
on
the
that one.
I think it is the only vote now is because of him. Yeah, I'm like, because he had to log into his account that I'm sure he hasn't
It's been
opened up in a
dormant
long
for
time.
years.
So
He texts us like, "Hey, how do I vote for this thing?"
yeah, listen, it doesn't matter. You're so far behind.
No, I was thinking maybe we close it by like a week, give it a week, only because that's when we would be following up with it. But yeah, maybe not.
We'll figure it out.
And as we're talking right here, it looks like Sports Center showing us Caitlin Clark introduced as a #1 overall pick in the Indiana Fever. Good for her. Good for her.
I hope she kills it, and I hope she brings success. I mean, she's paving the way for women sports, but I don't know that she's gonna bring what it needs.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard.
She could, but it's just not. I don't know.
It's gonna be a hard one, dude. Hard road. Well, with that being said, all you cheese bags out there, stay fresh.
Big gulps, huh? All right. See you later.
The JJ and Pug Show theme song was written, composed, and performed by Lane Hartman. Special thanks to Highland Communities for all the support given to our show. You can find the JJ and Pug Show podcast wherever you do listen to podcasts. Look us up on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Remember to share the show with your friends and family and subscribe wherever you do listen. If you're able to, please feel free to support us by sending a donation to us by going to ko-fi.com/the JJ and Pug Show. That is ko-fi.com/the JJ and Pug Show. Again, thank you so much, everybody, for all the support, whether that is by simply listening, whether that is sharing it with a friend, or giving us that sweet, sweet cash. We truly appreciate it all. Thank you so much.